You have a good memory. That was eons ago.
I know. Well,
What I'm calling about today is to remind the viewers that might be interested, or the listeners, that the debate between the Senate candidates is on Channel 4 at 7 p.m. this evening.
Channel 4, that would be CBS, St. Louis, or what?
CBS St. Louis, yes.
Okay, Sue. Well, thank you for that announcement, and hopefully we'll have some watchers.
All right.
You have yourself a great weekend, Sue.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we have another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Doug calling from Bell.
Hi, Doug. What's up?
Want to call about the health care law.
Okay. Go for it.
Hi, Dave. This is Doug. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Doug. Hi, Doug. This is Dave. Steve's in the room, too. You want to say hi to Steve?
Hi, Doug.
Hey, how you doing?
You can say hi to Lee, too, but he's not here. He might be listening. Say hi to Lee.
Hi, Lee. How you doing?
Anyone else you want to say hi to?
No, that's it.
Okay, can we get to the health care bill, then?
Yes.
Thank you.
On the St. Louis Tea Party website, they were talking about how the Republicans are getting ready to waffle and actually try to pass a health care exchange, and it just made my blood absolutely boil today, hotter than what it is outside. So I don't know if you've seen that. It's by Hennessy. I don't have a.
Haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. You can always email me to. Steve-O's going to look it up, but my email is dwquote@prodigy.net. If anyone wants to email me any information, sometimes you even get on the website. And I do not pay you. Anyways,
I'll be glad to do that. I'm just in my car right now, but thanks so much.
Well, don't wreck, all right? And keep the blood pressure down a little bit. We're not going to get this thing. If everyone out there is going to have an aneurysm over this, keep your sense of humors, okay? It keeps you awake and aware and not so depressed. This is a battle. I know Rush last week was all over the. It's a horrible thing. It's a terrible thing. I know it's a terrible thing. We all know it's a rotten thing. But we got to figure out what the next step is here. And the next step is a multitask step, and that's what the gentleman who called earlier said, which is the states are going to fight back. A lot of them are doing it already. And we've got to call our congressman and say, that thing is a fraud. That's a lie. It's not a mandate, it's a tax. The Supreme Court said it's a tax.
But we got to stop it on the local level. We got to stop it at the state level, and we got to stop it because it's not funded, from what I understand. If the states refuse to set up a healthcare exchange, the federal when they wrote the bill, they made a mistake and they didn't fund it to set up federal exchanges for the states. So that can stop it within a lot of states. If that were to happen, we would be like Bobby Jindal or some of these other Republican states that are just saying, absolutely not in our state. But when you start reading what I read this morning, you're just like, why?
Well, we got to keep you got to keep the pressure on Republicans too, and Romney too. What the heck is he doing? What is he saying? He's got a guy out there saying, no, really, it's a mandate. It's not a tax. That's his. Then he has to come out yesterday and wait 3 days or 4 days or a week, and then come out. Well, no, it's a tax because the Supreme Court said it's a tax. He's got to get his act together. What is wrong with him? Okay, get it together, Mitt Romney, and start figuring out stuff, and get rid of some of your staffers who are complete total idiots, and start doing some stuff that is natural. That has, right away he should have been commenting on this thing, and he didn't.
I agree. I know.
Come on.
Romney's been quiet on a lot of issues.
Yep.
He's been quiet on a lot of issues, especially when they were going to the prior debates, when it came to the primaries. He was very quiet. He wasn't on national TV a lot. He wasn't on Fox. He wasn't on a lot of these programs where he could be exposed. So I don't know if you can trust Mittens or not. But
well, you know what? He's our only hope right now, okay? That's it.
I agree.
I'm not in the crowd that says, no, we're going to sit on our hands, because that gives it right to Obama, and that's where Alan Keyes is, who I debated on the Stan Solomon show, who, by the way, at one time trusted this other guy enough to where he worked for him as UN ambassador and assistant secretary of state. Happened to be a president who was a liberal Democrat who was the head of his union, actually a president of a union and governor of the most liberal state in the United States of America, or one of them, Ronald Reagan. Okay? He gave him a chance. I mean, So, Ronald Reagan had the same kind of hell. Ronald Reagan's hero was FDR. Okay?
Oh, I know.
So, all right, listen, Doug, I don't want you to get any ideas that we're doing a show together here, because, I don't get paid, and you're not going to get paid either. But anyways, that was a good call, and I appreciate it, and I'll get off my phone. Thank you. You have a good weekend. Bye-bye. And if you want to call the show and be a star, just like Doug was, call 364-0800 or...
Star KTTR on the AT&T wireless phones.
All righty. Yeah, guys get me going, and I forget they're on the phone, and they just dominate the show.
Well...
It becomes the Doug and Dave show, and it's not going to be that.
Okay.
All right? It's just, I can't do that. It's you know what? It is the fastest hour in radio.
Absolutely.
That's not a lie.
We're...
Who can claim that this is not the fastest hour in radio?
We're already halfway
Call
through
up.
it.
And by the way, I am selling... did I mention this yet? I am selling Fire the Liar bumper stickers on DaveWeinbaum.com. That's WEINBAUM. All you got to do is we got a sample of it on my website, which Steve-O has up, unlike other people that
very
help me
handsome
with
looking
this program.
bumper sticker as well.
And it's a good looking bumper sticker, and it costs $3.50. That's $3.50.
And that goes right in your pocket.
And all the all the proceeds. Now, don't you go there. All the proceeds go to. Can you say it on the air? Yeah, they go to the. I don't care. They go to the Romney campaign. Okay, whatever that's called. We'll figure out where they want us to send the money, and we'll do that. All right. So, Fire the Liar bumper stickers are for sale on DaveWeinbaum.com. It was invented by a gal named Karen, who has never called to receive her Cardinal tickets.
Huh.
And
I'll take them.
I feel bad about that. Yeah, you'll take it. All right. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. This is Jim from Rolla.
Hey, Jim. What's up?
Hey, I got to tell you, I got an email the other day, another bumper sticker. It says, "I'll take the Mormon, not the moron." And I thought that was awful cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. Yeah, you Christians out there, some Christians, I don't know, I'm a Jewish guy. We have various degrees of Judaism, too, and there's all these different kinds of Christianity. There's Protestants, there's Methodists, there's Baptists, and some of them don't like each other. And I guess, Mormons, they believe in Christ, so I guess they're sort of Christian, right?
Yes.
All right, but there's a lot of Christians don't like Mormons, all right?
I know, and I don't know.
But what's the choice?
Yeah, what's the choice?
Give me a break.
We don't have any choice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's just Romney. That's it. That's our only salvation right now.
You got that.
The other thing, on Fox News this morning, they had 65% of the Jews will be voting for Obama.
Well, it just went up 15 points. Wow.
Well,
That
was very interesting. It sounds really bad, but before, most of the Jews, it was like 85%.
Yeah, it's 80%,
so
about 80% voted for him, and it's down to, I hear, 50%. That's what the caller said this morning. I think a lot of Jews are gonna. I think they're gonna say one thing and vote the other way. They don't want to appear to be racist.
Yeah.
See, they want to be the good guys. A lot of these Jews are sucking up for reasons that they don't want to be hated by other minorities like blacks and whoever else is union thugs and things like that. But a lot of Jews they grew up as flaming liberals, and that's the way their parents were. You got to remember where my family came out of. They came out of Russia. Mine was the story of Fiddler on the Roof. All right, and so a lot of them were around when the communist revolution was. In fact, there were a lot of Jews in that thing. That was the anti-Tsar thing. That was the liberation. All right.
Yes.
Well, we all know how communism turned out, but they didn't know that at the time. So they came to this country and they remained socialists. Saul Alinsky, he's a Jewish guy, south side of Chicago. My parents were not, but I think I had a relative or two that were probably socialist communists. But, my father wasn't like that, and I wasn't like that, and, pretty much figured this out on my own as a kid. So,
Dave, one more quick point, and then I'll let you get to another.
I was reminiscing about my youth.
Well, God bless you.
Thank you.
Anyway, the 27th of this month, I know that everybody probably remembers it hit all the news that.
Okay, quick.
They had what do they call it? The rest of the people all come in, and they're going to vote on this gun deal.
Yes.
27th of
Yes.
this month.
No, they're not going to vote on it. They're going to sign the damn treaty, which is, you're right, this is a UN treaty that's that puts it's a anti-gun treaty,
That's
that
exactly right.
is going to obligate the United States, constitutionally no less, until we can get rid of it with the new president and Congress. And this is a way of killing the Second Amendment.
Dave, thank you. I'll let you get to somebody
Thank you.
else.
I appreciate it. Thanks for bringing that up. That's why I like callers, because I don't have to always read my notes.
Absolutely.
Because they bring up stuff that was already there.
Now, before we get to this next
Yes.
caller, are we going to get to hear you sing Tradition or If I Were a Rich Man before the show's over? You
If
said
I
that.
were a rich man.
Okay, I just wanted to hear
All
a
day
bar.
long I'd bitty bitty bum. If I was a wealthy man. Okay, that's it.
All right, thank you.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum portion of karaoke. What's your name? Where are you calling from? They probably
That's
hung
you,
up in disgust.
that's you, caller.
They hung up in disgust. I know they did. Oh, that's not right.
One more chance. You there?
You there? Oh man, I blew off that one.
We'll try this one then.
When I used to do karaoke in Jeff City, every time I did it, the police came. I don't understand. I swear this is true. Hi there. And they weren't audience either. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I hope I haven't driven you off either. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is the other David from Rolla.
Hi, David from Rolla. What's up?
I listened and looked at what the Supreme Court did, and I think part of what they did was they put it back on the people. They said, they in essence said, we're not responsible for your political decisions. If you're not happy with it.
You're right, they did that, but you know what? It's BS. They are responsible to uphold the Constitution, and they took a pass on doing their job. If they want to do that, then let's get rid of the Supreme Court because they're a waste of time.
Well, I agree that I think that the stance they took was they should have been more aggressive. But I also think that we as the American people need to not be so enthralled with. I never liked Obama. I didn't vote for him. I voted for McCain, which I don't know. I felt like which was the lesser of two evils. But people have got to wake up and understand that people need to get over the hype, the Obama this and that and the other, and we're a great nation because he's black. And they understand that his policies and his regulations and the way he views things is wrong. And his theory of taking us to a socialist nation, I've done reports on socialism, especially medical care in socialist nations. For example, in Canada, the Canadian officials come to America to receive medical care. They don't use their own medical system.
Right.
A lot of people over in Europe, they come to America. So why are we trying to be something that people are flying away from?
Guess what? When Obamacare gets into full swing, we'll be going to Mexico to get treated.
Well, it boggles my mind. I'm 30, and I have friends that when I talk to them, they don't even care. It's like they don't care. Like, well, there's nothing I can do, and I'm like, well, you can. You can vote. You can be heard.
Right.
You can contact.
Well, look, David, we're all still fighting. That's what we're here for. We're not here to whine and moan. We know that was a big hit last week. That was a big defeat. Okay, we got knocked on our butts. All right, but if you ever played football, you get up and you go at them again. All right, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, so your call is well taken, and I appreciate it. And you have a great weekend. And we're almost at break, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Almost, but not quite. Do we have another caller, or is that just two lines going off at the same time?
Well, let's just see. Are you there, caller?
Hello? Is that the same one?
That was the deadline from earlier.
Look at
I
that.
figured I'd give him another chance.
Well, somebody just came online and you hung up
Well,
on
no, I didn't.
What's wrong with you?
I did not.
Steve-O.
I've got this over here.
you
Now there's somebody
Steve-O's
on.
doing a great job. He's paying attention, and I'm sorry.
You don't know how to
Steve-O.
act when somebody does that. You
Sure.
do have a caller on the line, by the way, if you
Sure.
want him before the break.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. Hi there. Welcome to Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave, this is Kevin from St. James.
Ah! Hey, well, Kevin, you
you're
come in
calling
right at a
liberal.
good time. The liberal, Kevin from St. James, who is now blasting me as a Facebook friend, which I do appreciate that, okay?
Hey, I appreciate you taking me. That way we can have our off-phone discussions, too.
Oh, I love that. I want good liberal commentary on my site,
Hey,
which is going to, we kind of have to push it up a little bit compared to what you wrote this morning, but that's all right. It's just the beginning.
I'm trying to be nice and decent is what I'm trying to be on
Well, you can be nice and decent and be, informative. Well, then again, you are liberal. But go ahead.
I know I am liberal. Hey, the thing about the deal with the Supreme Court,
Yes.
you go back a couple of years, you had this bull with the Citizens United that got voted in where they classified corporations as people. You know,
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, listen, let me hold you on over the break, okay? Can I do that?
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
All right, because I know you like to talk a long time. You're long-winded, like most liberals. And so that was a cheap shot, and I represent that remark.
The Tea Party,
I represent that remark. Okay, be quiet so I can take a break here. Anyways, we're going to take an obscene profit break, as Rush often says. This is KTTR News Radio, 99.7 FM, 1490 AM. Obama's doing victory laps for the anniversary of, as I said he would, because he's got nothing else to run on. He's got this ad with Bill Clinton, and it's funny as hell because Clinton is the guy who could have had Osama and figured out he might be unpopular, is now saying how brave Obama was to get Osama, and then implying that Romney wouldn't do it. The most interesting thing about this ad that's supposed to be pro-Obama is that he says, well, Obama risked political catastrophe if it failed. That, what about the guys that were going to get killed over there if it didn't work? Obama risking political catastrophe is more important than our Navy SEALs getting killed in combat. Now, that is the stupidest ad I've ever seen, and Republicans ought to run that ad, not Democrats, because it just shows who this man is. And in my hot little hands here, I have a stack of Fire the Liar bumper stickers, and even Steve-O thinks they look good.
Multicolored,
and multicolored, and Fire the Liar, America Can't Afford 4 More Years. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Kevin, a liberal from St. James. Hi, Kevin, you back there?
Well, Dave, you're kind of bringing them bumper stickers up 3 years too late, aren't you?
I
just
really?
Had to throw that one out there. Hey,
Has there been anything said that was the truth?
For what he had.
I'm searching for something he says that's truthful.
That's true. Well, okay. Well, I want to get away from that for a minute.
Okay, make it quick though. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, the deal with the Supreme Court upholding the Affordable Health Care Act, not the Obamacare. I've never seen a bill that says Obamacare. I've seen the Affordable Health Care Act. So.
Even they admit it's known as Obamacare. Okay.
Well, the Congress. I just looked it up today on the internet again. It says Affordable Health Care.
Even Obama people refer to it as Obamacare.
And I've even called all of our Republican representatives here in the state over the last 2 days over this. Now, since it's already been voted 5-4 by the Supreme Court, and it is the law of the land now.
Right.
Okay. Here, the Republicans up in the House are going to want to waste all this tax money to try to get this thing repealed. All right. If it gets,
excuse me, waste tax money. How is that going to get? How does that waste tax money?
Because they're up there working on trying to get something repealed that's already a law, and they're not doing the business of the economy.
That is the business of the people. The people don't like this bill. It is an unpopular bill. You can't talk over me, Kevin. It is because I have the controls. That's evil, isn't it? I have the controls, and or Steve does. But the people of this land do not want this, and their representatives are doing what their people want.
Shows that 56% of the respondents are in favor of it. 38% are against it.
Not true.
And they wish that the government would move on.
It's not true.
That's from the Kaiser Foundation. They're
the Kaiser Foundation. That's a bundler for. He's a bundler for Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay.
Go to.
If they're not a conservative, they're not with the Koch brothers or Koch brothers, however you say them, Koch brothers.
Yeah, well, Koch. They
are.
You're gonna get me thrown off the radio. You know what? Let me tell you this. Shut up a minute. Wait, tease. Let me tell you something. This show is not being recorded today, so I could probably get away with a few swear words because nobody can prove it. What do you think?
The computer's fixed.
Oh, darn. Go. All right, Kevin, listen to me. Kaiser, he's a bundler for Obama. You want to go to somebody that's a really good professional pollster, Rasmussen. He predicted the last election within a half a point. All right? You're talking accuracies here. And he'll say whether it's good or whether it's bad. Okay. Rasmussen.
I go out to the national poll tracker and I check all the polls. Rasmussen, I want them on a daily basis.
But Kaiser, that's a bad example. That guy's a bundler for Obama, for God's sakes.
Okay, all right. Well, but what I'm saying, okay, let's get away from that. The deal with this thing being a law by the Supreme Court now, right? Why don't the Republicans up there try to work with what the law is? It's the same thing as Romney wanted, but it was in his state. Now he doesn't want it. So
because people, it's not the same thing. That was a state. This is a country. All right, okay. and it's the biggest tax. Now it's the biggest tax increase on Middle America. The Supreme Court. You want to cite the Supreme Court? He said it's a tax. It's unconstitutional as the law is written, Kevin.
If you have insurance, it doesn't apply to you. So it's not a tax.
It is a tax. They said it was a tax.
It's a
okay,
tax.
it's a tax.
You don't have insurance.
Okay, whatever. It's a tax.
See, if you have insurance, it doesn't even affect you.
You know, you can't cite the Supreme Court on what you want to hear,
I'm not
and ignore what the rest of the stuff they said. It's not a mandate; it's a tax, and it needs to be voted on as a tax. Let's bring it up again. If it's so popular, I'm sure it'll pass Congress. I'm sure all those Democrats will be voting again to pass Obamacare with the word tax in it.
If you look at it, it's got tax right in the writing. But
no, it doesn't. It's got mandate. It has no tax in the writing.
This morning, Dave, it's got tax on it. You need to read it.
Oh, what? The bill?
You need to read part of it at least. I know it's 2,362 pages long.
Yeah, I know that. I've read most of it, quite frankly, and I never saw the word tax. Now, if you want to find the word tax, send it to me.
If I find it and show it to you, will you?
And you know what? I have seen parts of that bill where it had two militias who the President of the United States was in charge of, and it disappeared from the bill. After I cited it on the bill, I cited the page and everything, and all of a sudden when I went back on the bill, it disappeared. Okay, I wonder how that happened.
If I go in there and find it, will you admit that it says it in the bill? If I
can see it, yeah, sure. If you can send it to me, and if it's relevant, if it's relevant, I'll say it. Kevin, I love you. Get off my phone. Hi there, welcome to Dave Weinbaum. I love you, Kevin. It's a good argument, but I can't let you do the whole show.
It's becoming the Dave and Kevin show.
Oh man, the first it was the Doug and Kevin show, and now it's the Kevin and Dave show. Oy vey. Anyways, hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum. It's a lively show today.
Woo,
man, whoo, hot stuff. What's your name? Where are you calling from, dear?
Hey, this is Karen Lewis. Where's my ticket?
Karen?
Yes.
Well, it's about time you called, woman.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I've been talking at you for the last 3 or 4 shows, and I've even got a bumper sticker for you.
All right.
Fire the lighter. All right, now listen to me. You listen to me close, all right? My phone number is 578-2700. Everyone else, put that out of your mind. No, I don't care because it's on my restaurant.
I was going to say, it's posted on the drive-thru.
And I've got the man who actually made your little comment, Fire the Liar, into the real thing. Martin Schwartz is standing outside right there, and he has just put 2 of those bumper stickers on my car. So how cool is that? Karen Lewis, are you the gal that's on Facebook?
Yes, I'm your Facebook friend, and I know my mother's listening, and Mike Holmeyer, Pat West, and all of them. They'll be thrilled with that.
You are the winner, girl.
Thank you.
But you almost lost out on the Cardinal tickets because you never listened to the show. I was begging you to call every week.
See, I'm in real estate, so I'm out in the Tulies where there's no Dave Weinbaum.
Yeah, all right. You could have found my number there and called me and said, well, how'd I do? All right, listen, you got my number, right?
I do.
Call me after the show. We'll figure something out. Okay? That was Karen Lewis, the winner of the Fire the Liar contest. How about that? I mean, the winner of the bumper
sticker contest,
yes. Yeah. Fire the Liar. Now, is that a new call?
That's a new call.
Oh, my goodness.
No time to regroup.
This isn't a 1-hour sprint. There's another caller. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Lynn, and I'm calling from Steelville.
I know who you are. You're Steelville Lynn.
Hey, has anybody mentioned that we're having a Rolla area tea party?
You know what? I did briefly, but why don't you go ahead and tell us?
On July 28th from 10 o'clock to 1, we're having great speakers. There'll be free food. There'll be an open mic. And you're going to be the MC.
I am?
And please encourage people from all the areas to come. We need a big turnout. We need to have, as I said, it'd be an open mic, and you can vent, you can share what you're feeling, and if you've got some good information for us, we want to hear it.
You know what? Boiled tea gets stronger. How's that one? Boiled tea gets stronger, and we're boiled. A lot of people who are calling the show are boiling, and it ain't just from the weather. All right? Right, Lynn? We're going to have a good turnout for this one, and this is key. We got to get together. We got to start talking to each other and talking. Let the candidates come out, and probably have a few of those out there, and an open mic where you can. And this is my concept here: is that everyone has a chance to talk at the tea party run by, or at least emceed by me. Okay.
Absolutely, and we're going to educate the liberals into reading what is what the negative aspects of this health care is going to be, because there's a whole lot of crap that they put in there and that they're going to have to live by.
It has nothing to do with health care. Very little to do with health care. And most of it is negative. So you're right. Thank you, Lynn.
Bye.
You have a good weekend. All right, that was Steelville Lynn, formerly from Chicago, who's so embarrassed by what's going on in Chicago now that she
doesn't even claim it as her homeland.
Doesn't claim it anymore. I was in a box with the owner of the Cardinals and the owner of the Cubs.
Really?
Yeah, and I got to give him a little, a little slapping around, the Cub guy, because
good.
I says, you got the job that every Chicago kid wanted.
If only I could run.
Yeah, I realize this is. So, always the opinion was the Cubs were, under the Wrigleys, they were too stupid to win. No, not too stupid, but too cheap to win. And under the Tribune, they were too stupid to win.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, it wasn't so much that they were too stupid, the Tribune. They just cared about the rights to run the show on radio and TV.
Right.
That's all they cared about was the money.
It was a cash cow.
And so I said, so what are you going to do about it? Well, we're going to put things. We're going to make sure they do all the basics right, and we're going to do. Meanwhile, they're in last place by a lot.
Well,
but and now and he was talking about doing renovations. Well, that was in the news this morning. You know what? His old man Ricketts gave some money to Romney. And so now Rahm Emanuel has has killed the Cubs' ability to refurbish Wrigley Field. And that's something. Anywho, if you want
5 minutes left in the program.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. And I'm talking about the Chicago Cubs, but it's kind of a deep.
Sure, pretty
I've
neat.
only gotten through some of this. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, Big Labor. Did you know that Big Labor? They're all against the big millionaires and the billionaires and management and all that. Well, those guys are spending tax-free union dues on what? Ways to organize, on getting better deals for the union members. No, they're buying hotels and spas and Learjets with these tax-free money that the union members have entrusted them with. It's a big story on Fox Business, and I think they're going to do it tonight and probably repeat it several times. And why isn't Obama screaming about this, okay? Steve, why?
It's an election year.
There you go. North Carolina, it's now legal to frack in North Carolina because one little old Democratic legislator, Becky Carney, pushed the wrong button. Isn't that too bad? So sad. Because Beverly Perdue, the governor of North Carolina, was going to veto it. And she was the vote that could have overridden, that would have prevented the veto from being overridden. And she pressed the wrong button. Isn't that so sad? Oh, darn. So they're going to be fracking for oil in North Carolina, where, by the way, supposedly, they're having the Democratic convention, where now many, many, many Democrats are trying to get the heck out of there. They got something to do. One person's got to get a manicure. Another one's got to get a pedicure. Another one has an appointment, to get her car washed. And her
important
one
stuff.
has to take her dog into the vet. All these Democrats are disappearing. By the way, where's Claire McCaskill? I don't hear her out there yelling about how great Obamacare is. Kevin is, but where's our senator, Claire McCaskill, who
will not be there?
Said how great this was, what a great, terrific thing Obamacare was in 2009 when I sat there and showed her up in her own office. Okay, where's she out there now? Why isn't she talking about it? Why isn't she talking about how much she loves Barack Obama like she used to say? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name's Harry from Jefferson City, Missouri.
Harry?
I have one question. How come nobody's talking about with Obama keeping these interest rates artificially low, and how much the seniors are losing in their IRAs and all their retirement funds when you can't even get a percentage point for your interest, interest for your retirement? You know how much people are losing?
Yeah. That and in fact, we got inflation going up, and we got the prices going up. Yeah, it's terrible, and it's fixed, and they have fixed incomes. And you're right. There's no way for those guys to make money. The stock market's been about stable, been about staying the same. And listen, under Barack Obama, people have had 40% of their net worth drop. In the black community, it's 90%. This has been the worst president for private wealth ever in the history of this country.
Yeah, and if you can ask Claire McCaskill, if you ever talk to her, I'm a disabled vet. Why is it that the Columbia Hospital, the Harry S. Truman Hospital, it takes the veterans at least an hour to look for a parking space if they don't have to walk?
Good question.
For a half a mile to a mile.
Well, good question, and thank you for your service. And I got about 1 minute left, right?
Minute
so
and a half.
I'm going to have to tell you, bid you adieu, and thank you for the call. Call me next week, all right? And have a great weekend. That's one of our veterans there. Clara, did you hear that? I don't think she listens to the show, do you?
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, you don't. That's right. Anyways, wait. Hold on. We got Eric Holder and all these different scandals and stuff. I can't even talk about it, all right? I mean, I don't have any time. Newsflash, Andy Griffith is dead. I thought he died in Matlock. But anyways, and Anderson Cooper is gay. That was in the news yesterday. I knew this. Didn't you know that?
It was speculated for quite some time.
No, it wasn't. He came out a long time ago as being gay. Now he came out again.
Well,
he's double gay, I guess. I don't know. What that's nuts. By the way, Barack Obama is saying that Romney is the inventor of offshore jobs. He's doing this from his campaign bus, which was built in Canada. What a nut! I mean, these guys are so clueless. It is incredible. Alrighty, we got what do we got? About 30 seconds.
40 seconds.
Okay, I'm not going to just rabble around through this. Obviously, I'm not taking any more calls.
Right.
This is serious stuff. Barack Obama currently leads Romney in Ohio. No Republican has won the election without winning Ohio. So Romney's got to get his act together, and we have to get in there and work our butts off to get this guy elected, because he is right now our last and best chance to get this country back around to where it's run by taxpayers and not by people getting money from the government. All right? Listen, you have a great weekend. This is Dave Weinbaum. I'll be back next week to talk to you again. Bye-bye.